Imagine two brothers, born in the same home, raised under the same roof, taught the same values. And then one day, they end up advising opposite sides of a world war. One becomes the financial brain of the German Empire. The other helps design the U.S. Federal Reserve. This is not fiction. This is the true story of the Warburg family, the Jewish banking dynasty that quietly shaped both America and Germany. For centuries, one name dominated the world of international finance: Rothschild. But in the shadows, another family was rising, building a financial empire with precision, caution, and long-term strategy. A family who survived monarchies, revolutions, and anti-Semitic persecution. A family whose influence stretched from Hamburg to New York, from European kings to American presidents. This is the forgotten empire of the Warburgs. The Warburg story begins in 16th century Germany, where the family became respected merchants and money handlers. Over generations, they evolved into refined, disciplined, almost secretive bankers. By the 1800s, their bank, Warburg and Company, was one of the most trusted financial houses in Europe. While the Rothschilds used bold, aggressive expansion, the Warburgs used patience, diplomacy, and intellectual strategy. They weren't loud, they weren't flashy, but they were brilliant and deeply connected. Fast forward to the early 1900s, two brothers are about to shape global finance. Paul Warburg, a visionary thinker, believed America needed a central bank, moved to New York, married into the powerful Kuhn-Loeb family, joined the circle of America's wealthiest financiers. Max Warburg stayed in Germany, senior director at the family bank, trusted advisor to Kaiser Wilhelm II, deeply involved in the economic strategy of the German Empire. What they didn't know was that history was about to test their loyalty, identity, and family bond. When World War I erupts in 1914, the world is thrown into chaos, and so is the Warburg family. Max Warburg in Hamburg becomes a central financial advisor to the Kaiser. He helps Germany manage its wartime economy, international loans, and trade logistics even under naval blockades. Paul Warburg in America faces a dilemma. He is a German-born Jewish banker living in the U.S., and he is helping design America's Federal Reserve System, which becomes the backbone of U.S. wartime finance. Imagine it. Two brothers on two continents, each influencing the financial engines of two opposing world powers. This wasn't betrayal. It was tragedy. The tragedy of Jews torn between nations that used their genius but never truly accepted them. Paul Warburg is often called the father of the Federal Reserve. His ideas on central banking, stability, and monetary control shaped the modern American system. He served on the first Federal Reserve Board in 1914. His influence is still visible in every U.S. interest rate decision today. Quiet, intellectual, but historically powerful. Max remained loyal to Germany long after the war. He helped rebuild the economy, advise governments, and support financial innovation. But as the 1930s began, a dark truth became clear. No matter how loyal a Jewish family was, Germany would turn against them. When the Nazis came to power, Max Warburg, the man who once advised emperors, was forced to flee. His bank was pressured into Aryanization. His loyalty meant nothing to a regime built on hate. The Warburgs left Germany heartbroken, their legacy nearly erased. The Warburgs were not conquerors. They were not kings. They were thinkers and builders who shaped the financial DNA of both Germany and America. Their story is a reminder that history is not only made by warriors and politicians, but also by quiet minds working behind closed doors. A family divided by war, a legacy written in two nations, and a powerful truth. Sometimes, the most influential people in history are the ones we never hear about.